Welcome to the Waylon perspective. Please like and press that subscribe button. I appreciate it very much. This is my reaction to Alisa Supronova performing Swallows. Let's commence.
Когда пули шальные, как ласточки, отлетают, скользя от брони, вспоминая обо мне только с радостью, мое фото у сердца храни. И любовь моя пусть по дорожникам лечит раны и силы дает. Есть одна только в жизни дороженька, та, что к дому родному ведет.
Ladies and gentlemen, she is so utterly awesome. I've reacted to Alisa so many times, but I can't get used to how spectacular she is, ladies and gentlemen. I actually can't get used to it, ladies and gentlemen. She's just so brilliant. This song here is starting off with an awesome vibe. There was a bit of like a synth wave vibe in the background as well there. You know what I mean? Some classical elements and the beat coming in sounding awesome. And Alisa kicking in with these lyrics here, ladies and gentlemen. This bridge vibe in the background. I mean, is it a bridge? What is that? I mean, whatever that structure is in the background, it looks utterly epic, you know, just covering that expanse of water. The whole vibe, just this frame here, just looks awesome. And Alisa, just ladies and gentlemen, immediately singing epically and wonderfully. It's what she does so magnificently every single time that I watch her, ladies and gentlemen. Her performance skills, her vocal skills, never in question. Never a doubt that you're going to get a brilliant performance. And this one's already, ladies and gentlemen, this one's already epic. Let's keep rolling.
Подарил от души платье белое, под окошком сирень посадил. Мы с тобою единое целое, ты сказал, обязательно жди. Снова пули шальные, как ласточки, все летят, но ты будешь живой.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is so cool. There's an electronic music vibe going through it. Like I said, it sounds so synth wave centric. You know what I mean? And I absolutely dig that sort of vibe, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to the motherland is what the lyrics are all about here, ladies and gentlemen. That pride for the motherland vibe. And Alisa absolutely performing it awesomely. That's the thing about her, ladies and gentlemen. These tracks, she always adds that Alisa Supronova magnificence to the music, and it's brilliant every single time. Ladies and gentlemen, are you noticing how much I'm digging the vibe? It's awesome stuff.
И взрослеют вчерашние мальчики, и опять собираются в бой. Снег, тополиный пух, вольный простор полей, непокоренный дух родины моей. Снег, тополиный пух, вольный простор полей, непокоренный дух родины моей.
It's just so cinematic. You know, it's just, ladies and gentlemen, it's the kind of song that absolutely would fit in awesomely with a TV show or a movie. It's just propelling itself forward, you know, that beat. Absolutely. There's a vibe there that is just so enjoyable, ladies and gentlemen. And don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on the magnificent vocal stylings of Alisa Supronova, ladies and gentlemen. Performing like this is just simply her talent, ladies and gentlemen. No doubts, no uncertainties, just the surety, the guarantee that she's going to sing brilliantly for you with every performance. And never, oh never will she ever bother to disappoint any of us, is what I'm saying. Another absolutely brilliant song, ladies and gentlemen.
Тополиный пух, вольный простор полей, непокоренный дух Родины моей. Снег, тополиный пух, вольный простор полей, непокоренный дух Родины моей. Снег, тополиный пух, вольный простор полей, непокоренный.
Swallows is an original song by Alisa Supronova, released in 2025. Yet another brilliant original jam by the one and only Alisa Supronova, ladies and gentlemen. Stunning, stunning business. She just was, she was just chilling in that spot, singing brilliantly. What a background on that video, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome vibe, awesome look. Clouds in the sky, absolutely brilliant stuff. And that vocal performance of hers, ladies and gentlemen. Proud to report that she just absolutely adds another spectacular song to the collection, another spectacular performance added to the collection. It's a long list of spectacular performances that this lady has provided us, ladies and gentlemen, and she's not stopping. There's no end in sight to the magnificence, the brilliance, the wonderful capability, the wonderful abilities, the vocal majesty of Alisa Supronova, ladies and gentlemen. No one's going to stop her. She's absolutely just, ladies and gentlemen, she's out here just making it all work wonderfully. That's what she's doing. And I am so impressed, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely dug the vibe on that jam. That is so, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of genres that I enjoy. There's very few genres that I actually outright reject. They're very few and far between. But, there are some that just really stand out for me. And that sort of vibe that this track had. And like I said, it could be other forms of it, but to me it was just synthwave is what came to mind. There was an old school vibe to the song, but very much a modern sort of composition. But it just works so wonderfully. It's so enjoyable, ladies and gentlemen. And Alisa's voice added to that genre, you can't miss. You cannot miss its success all the way. And that was yet another fantastic performance by this fantastic singer, ladies and gentlemen. She keeps rolling along awesomely. That was simply unbelievable. Alisa Supronova shines every single time. That was another sensational performance.